Oh, got a hundred meal yet. I can chill yet. I don't know why she never texts me back.
That's an old one, man. It's an oldie but goodie for sure.
Might as well.
Yeah, might as well. That's the way it works out. So yeah. So here we go, man. So here we go. Some stuff for you guys, some current news. We got bizarre clouds in the sky over Turkey because we wanted to be all inclusive, and so we wanted to get Nigel's opinion about some things. What is this cloud, man? What's going on? And secondly, are they buying pallets?
They buying pallets somewhere up there, and Cloud had to get shipped some way somehow.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, man. That's uh, geez, Louise. I mean,
Yeah. So basically, what's going on is a phenomenon, if that's how you say it. I mean, whatever comes out of it, whether it's good or bad, something came out of that thing, man. That's definitely a force.
so you think something came out of it?
Yeah, for absolutely.
You don't
That's
think someone went into it? I mean,
nah.
maybe some folks are leaving.
It's a possibility,
I mean,
but I think something came out of it though.
you think something came out of it?
Yeah. Oh, you remember how in the Avengers, you remember how they were coming out of the sky?
Oh, so now we're referencing the Avengers.
Yeah, I mean, they only make movies just to tell you what's really going on.
All right, now, man, that's cool. That's cool. I'm not trying to. I'm not bringing you on to make you seem crazy. I mean, I think there's some relevance to that. I mean, I think that yeah, they were coming out of the sky. Like there was sort of a portal like that. I think we were some kind of cloud shaped portal thing.
Yep.
Wow. And that's the thing that Iron Man went up into, and then he died.
Yep.
So yeah, I was a little sad. So I've seen all the Avengers movies. Do you know the thing I think that's the most real?
The last one.
Uh
In game.
the what?
In game.
No, no.
Which
It's
one?
the Eternals.
Oh,
Yeah, the Eternals to me is absolutely the most authentic conversation about the state of man's thinking, like the way we think. It was the most like absolute. I've watched it so many times, and it never ceases to surprise me.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, that movie completely, like the hero of the movie is actually the villain of the movie, which is crazy, right? So, anyways, that's the dealio.
Oh, it's just like X-Men. X-Men is like that too with Magneto. Magneto is pretty much yeah, Magneto was pretty much saying we got to get rid
Oh,
of the old system. We got to, and Professor X was like, no, we need to keep the structure and the system and yeah. So
yeah. I
you,
would
I
I
say,
would say that yes, I think that character in the X-Men, Magneto, was he was a little bit more futuristic, understanding the state of mankind, like what man is, what man's about, and all of that. So, like, yeah, he understood the character and the innate character of humankind. So I think that was, yeah,
yeah,
that character. The rest of it, though, was a little bizarre,
yeah,
but not a huge fan. I mean, it's all right. I mean, I've seen them all, but much more a bigger fan of the
Eternals.
yeah, the Eternals, and just the way that whole thing developed and the storyline. I thought it was apropos. I thought it was exactly spot on to the heart of mankind. And speaking of the heart of mankind, you're not even prepared for this. Have you seen this dude? This guy is a person allegedly is out of South Florida in the Miami area. We were introduced to this person by a member of Pallet Junction who I think was completely unaware of this guy's character. But this guy taught me so much about how to deal with people and how in the industry. And he completely made me so callous, right? And then we'll be showing some, pictures and talking about some other folks in the future that have kind of reinforced this thing. But if you're doing business with this guy, you're gonna have some issues. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly. Well, I was in Memphis, right? I'm having dinner, and someone says, "Hey, you need to watch out for this guy in South Florida. He's in Florida." And I was like, well, what's his name? And he was like, his name is Carlos. And he took me for 10 G's. No, 8 G's. He took me for 8 G's. And then we started exchanging stories about this guy, like the excuses that this dude would have in regards to like why he's not paying, like he changed accountants. It's just amazing. So as you can see here, right, there is some scribbly scrabble here on that on there. There's some scribbly scrabble here, right? So we know what that is, right? That's this signature for heat treatment.
Yeah, where the numbers go. Yeah.
Yes, honey. I am. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. I'm doing a live stream right now, but I will be there. Or you could drop them off. All right. Cool. All right. Yes. Sorry about that. When my wife calls, she gets my full attention. And plus, I thought she was calling me to talk about this guy. So here's the deal. So he will tell you that this is heat treated. However, it's just a number not represented by the paperwork. And fortunately for me, on my end, it passed customs and went to where it went to. But as I start to think about it, I'm thinking this dude's just probably ripped somebody's number and planted it on their pallets.
Yeah.
So if you want a little bit more detailed information about Mr. Carlos G, reach out to me. I'd be happy to tell you how we got affiliated, who affiliated us, tell you some other horror stories that we found out about him. Because this is a big deal. When I was chatting with this guy in Memphis, and by the way, we have these amazing truly heat treated pallets in Memphis, a whole bunch of block pallets ready to go. And Pallet Junction is the sales and marketing force for this supplier. So you all can ask me for the zip code all you want to. You won't be able to circumvent us because there's no circumvention. There's no way you can circumvent. I mean, it's just is what it is. That's the first thing. I mean, do you know that? Like, Drell, do you know like the first thing that you want to that kind of piques my curiosity is when someone asks for the zip code. Like you'll be talking to them about something you posted, and they're holding you like you're just a broker, and so they say, "Oh, what's the zip code?" And then you may give them the zip code. Then they kind of go away for a little bit, and they try to figure out, like so what they're doing, right? They're like making phone calls and reaching out to people. or trying to reach out, trying to find your supply is what they're trying to do. And so that's the reason why we kind of changed format, man. I'm like, man, I don't want to be dealing with that scrub mentality. And there's a bunch of scrubs out there, bro. Bunch of them. I got no time for that, man. So we bring everything in house. We are your sales and marketing force. We will, the team will be the main contact, the point of contact. We will, process payments. We'll do the whole arrange a shipment, the trucking, the whole 9 yards. This is trash, man. This is trash. This is a trash part of the industry that makes me despise it. And I remember when I first got into this, and my wife reminded me in front of you that you told me that. You personally told me that it's pretty crooked. And people make mistakes, and we're definitely fallible, and we're not always correct. We try to make amends where we can, and where we can't, we can't. But we try to be as honorable. We try to be honorable. See, I'm stuttering. We try to be honorable, and we try to be a blessing at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of blessing, a few weeks ago we tried to bring some people on board with Pallet Junction, and these cats turned their backs on us, and they start tripping and tried to absorb what we're doing, and then went off and tried to do it themselves. But I guess the whole issue and problem with that was we didn't really tell them shit. We didn't really tell them anything like all the secret sauce, like what we did this morning when you came in and I showed you what we did, right?
Yeah.
Like they would never think of how to do that. The other thing that we're about to drum off to connect with buyers, they can't think of it. So they should have stayed around and shut the F up and not said a thing. And I can't say that, can I? Or I can't. But there's no way. We'll cut this out later. Anyways, yeah, they should have just
coming out. That's live.
Is it live?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay. Well, what you should have done is you should have stuck around, and you should have allowed us to kind of reveal more of our plan and how we're doing things. I mean, I didn't tell you about it, but me and Jay went over the whole mega website thing this weekend, and it's going to be pretty cool. It's about
when did he say he was going to be ready? Like the end of February?
We actually, I'm not going to reveal the name of the city yet, but so I could tell you it could be Detroit, it could be Chicago, it could be Los Angeles, it could be Miami. We're going after that. We're going to see if we can rank our stuff #1 in the area for all the key things fairly quickly. So that's what we're doing. So so we're going to put our first one up, and then we'll work out the kinks, and we went over some stuff. So it's pretty cool, man, because he's so brilliant that years ago I really couldn't connect or communicate with him at this level, and I still can't. However, I was able to convey and understand some of the properties and instances in which he was talking about, and he was able to understand me as far as the SEO stuff was concerned. So yeah, man, it was cool. I'm excited about it. And I'm sorry I didn't share it with you. Mondays are always something for us, but so we're going to be able to. We're launching our first one. By the way, the Eagles they won handily over the Giants. I mean, it's crushed them. They're straight trash. Garbage. New York Giants is garbage. And I like Saquon Barkley too, because he's from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And he's from my wife's hometown area, I guess, Copley. So, but I like Saquon Barkley. He's he's a guy I like. I like the way he runs, things like that. So I was it was cool to see that. But yeah, man, it's cool to whoop that trick. So yeah, so it was good. So also the Cowboys lost, which was even like a double favorite. Like it was.
Yeah.
I love it when the Cowboys lose because I can't stand Cowboy fans. And we're gonna whoop that San Francisco thing too as well. We're gonna beat that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, with Mr. Purdy.
Yeah.
He ain't never seen,
It's like,
he ain't never seen nothing like this.
no.
He about to get it. So this is Mr. Carlos. I'm always respectful to this dude, but when I found out, that he was like taking people like that, man, like I was just like, allegedly. But I got some real facts. I got some real facts that that dude is actually doing it. So, I mean, it's not alleged. It's 100%. Mr. Carlos is he's actually doing it, and we are actually, they're people. So you can't trust like everybody, right? So because everybody, you think, well, man, they're a good resource. They vetted someone because I took him at somebody else's word, and it was a nightmare. And I did get some stuff delivered, and I did, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. But did anyone hear the rumor about Chep in the Ninth Circuit? Ninth Circuit's out in California. Not a big fan of the Ninth Circuit, but I think they have done us, the little guys, a true solid in the industry. So did you know rumor has it that if you notify them that you've got their pallets and they don't come pick them up within 30 days, that the appellate court has decided that those pallets belong to you. Now, you better vet this and make sure, call whatever. But from what I understand, if you have these pallets and you call them and say, "Hey, come pick them up," if they don't come pick them up, then those pallets become yours. So, I mean, what do you think about that, Joel? Do you think it's true? Because we've heard it from several different people. Have you done any research on it?
Yeah, I did. I actually read the same article out there in California. I agree with it because it's kind of like the repo man, right? They'll call you and say, "Hey, look, you've got X amount of days for you to pay it. If not, I'm coming to pick it up." So,
Yeah.
hey, I've got your pallets. If y'all don't pick them up, we're keeping them, and it's ours legally. So,
Well, I mean, they're a giant, and I was talking to someone in Texas. They've got a beautiful partnership with Chep, right? They have a beautiful partnership with him, and they think that they obviously things can go wrong anytime, but they got a beautiful partnership with them. They make good money with them. They receive their product and help ship it out as well. But then, you hear, and of course, I'm not in this part of the business, so I don't really know, man. I'm not like that much into it. But for what I understand, it's an issue, and a lot of folks complain a lot about it. And then when they were picking it up, they were only giving you $2 or $3. Just kind of wasn't worth the hassle. So, man, I'm excited that there's something being done for the industry, for sure. I don't know, like everybody else, have you guys been doing a lot of with requests for proposals? We've getting a lot of those in lately. We've got some campaigns going on. These campaigns are crazy, man. Like we come in and we got all this stuff to do, and all of a sudden we look up and it's like 5 o'clock, and we've done only quotes. And we had one customer, one of our suppliers was like, that's all we do is quotes for you guys. And I'm like, well, if you haven't, I'm thinking to myself, I didn't say it. I was thinking when he said that, I was like, well, maybe if you kind of, play the game right, we can win some of these. And we have won some stuff. And in fact, we got good news for a new order for those guys, opportunity for them. They're testing out. They like the way it looked. I am working with them in that regard, so I think they're going to get the deal because the
Yeah.
guy actually bought other people on the email chain as far as communicate once they got the sample. So this is a big deal. I heard, and I've been reading on some other forums and stuff um, that there's a real big thing up in what is it in Pennsylvania? They want like an absurd amount of pallets, right? And like a lot, like a ton. And it's like in Harrisburg, and we got some cats up in Harrisburg, so we, hopefully they've connected with them. I took those people that are making an announcement off Pallet Junction because I didn't like them. So, uh, but I see them on other forums, and I think they do a decent job. I just, you know, I'm not. You're not going to come on something that we've worked hard for, and then you're going to start using it as your base of advertisement and not pay the piper. Now we ain't doing that. But I do read their stuff, and I'm sure they read ours. And yeah, all the luck, best to them. Um, T. Rob, what he landed, he's potentially landing a big one today, right? We just put the quote together for those guys, and they're very interested. Um, Mr. Robinson. So here's to you, Mr. Robinson. So yeah, that was a big deal. And watch everybody like be calling them. I guarantee you they'll be calling them, texting them, hey, what you get?
Yeah.
Come on,
Where's it at?
slime. No. No, he's Pallet Junction all day, baby. But yeah, I'm an honorary. So I've become a curmudgeon like overnight. It is what it is. But besides that, the Warriors lost to the Nets last night, and Kyrie Irving just took over. He was just killing them. They were up by like 15 points at halftime,
Mm-hmm.
and Kyrie was like, "Nah, I'm not having that. I'm not having that at all." And I was just a little disappointed in Steph.
No, don't do that because that actually makes me feel bad.
What? That I was disappointed in Steph?
Yeah, no. Your
Oh,
wife,
you surprised me.
she came in here and was shocked that I was here. So now it makes it seem like I'm just a hideous person in the world.
You are not. You can't see through here. I didn't expect you sitting there.
Oh,
Yeah.
So he's not going to be
we'll be about 5 minutes.
Yeah. Now we'll be like 2 minutes, man. Because I mean, well, I'm done. I mean, I'm talking about Steph getting it and Kyrie yesterday. I wasn't happy with that, man. I was disappointed. So yeah, and Kyrie, he's a man. He does what he does. I mean, he's a scoring machine. I love Steph to death, man. I love his game, but ain't nobody score like Kyrie. Kyrie's amazing. What else you got, man? You got anything else? We got any needs at all?
Nope.
Well,
Yeah, we got. Yeah, no, nope.
Nah, I wouldn't be telling them about it.
No. Nope.
Maybe out there, no pass. Maybe
Yeah,
out there, no pass. I mean,
nope.
let's see what I do. Like that one dude, Chris. He's like typing. You'd be like talking to him.
Oh yeah.
Really, don't say his name, but yeah, there's a lot of Chris's in the world.
Well,
But yeah, that dude, he'd be like typing it. He'd be typing it.
you can hear the clicking, click clack, click clack. But that's it. We're getting ready to wrap it up. From Bangladesh,
To Bangor, Maine,
Pallet Junction has got you covered.
we got you covered, guys. We got you covered.
Peace.
See ya.